this race, if Noah Lyles is able to pull off a victory, it sets him apart. But if Oblique Seville is able to pull off a victory, does it say much for Oblique Seville, or is it just another race that Noah Lyles would be using to see where he is at? Because this is Noah Lyles' first race of the season. As I said before, Noah Lyles is like a virtual known unknown. Once again, Noah Lyles is making his appearance at the London Diamond League. If you know anything about Noah Lyles, you can tell that he really enjoys running at that London Diamond League. And as I mentioned before, the London track is special to a lot of athletes. I don't know if it is extremely fast, but it produced some very fast times. Last year, Noah Lyles PB'd at the London Diamond League, getting 9.81 right before the Olympics, before he lowered his personal best to the Olympic victory, quote-unquote Olympic victory, which was 9.79. So that London Diamond League, I'm sure that it is something special to him. Three British athletes lined up in this one, 2 Jamaican athletes, a South African and a Botswanian. I don't want anybody to guess, so I'm going to just tell you who it is. The Botswanian athlete would be Letsile Tebogo. So Noah Lyles is going to line up against the 200-meter champion, who he defeated in the recently concluded Diamond League in Monaco. It was a very good league. It's a very good race because he ran a time of 19.88, beating the Olympic champion. The Olympic champion who seems invincible with the time that he produced at the Prefontaine. You know, I could go on and on about how spectacular this race will be, but this is what the lineup looked like. Jeremiah Azo is like an up and coming athlete out of Britain, running some very good time. Last year he had a very good race at the same London Diamond League. He also will be going up against Hakeem Blake. Hakeem Blake is looking to make his name. For some strange reason, Hakeem Blake is the athlete who seems like he's capable, but he's not there as yet. Louis Aincliffe, another athlete who spectacular times. He looks good, but he's just not there as yet. In my perspective, Zarnell Hughes, personal best, well, actually sees the best, 9.91. Almost as good as Simbini in the early season. And yes, you guessed it, Simbini will be there as well. Simbini. So we'll have Jeremiah, Hakeem Blake, Louis Hinchcliffe, Zarnell Hughes, Noah Lyles, Oblique Seville, Akani Simbini, and Letsile Tebogo. And now, but let's put some context to this. Noah Lyles, he has no time for 2025. This will be his very first race, and last race he ran was his first 200-meter race, and he's using these 2 races to decide whether or not he would be participating in the 100 or the 200 at the US trials. So Noah Lyles is filled with options. He could literally sit out both races at the trials and still show up at the World Championship looking like the final boss, as I suggested before. Noah Lyles is sitting very pretty, and if he is able to come out and win this 100-meter race, it's gonna say a lot. It would give him all the confidence he needs. The only few athletes who are not lined up from the Olympic finals in this race would be the silver medalist Kishane Thompson and Fred Curley, alongside his other American counterpart, and Marcel Jacobs, Kenny Benerick and Marcel Jacobs. So this race, even though it's not the Olympic finals, this is a high quality race, and the only athlete right now in this lineup who could upset, and we're looking for an upset from him, would be Oblique Seville, because Oblique Seville is running the times. Oblique Seville season best for 2025 is 9.83. Oblique Seville, even though Kishane Thompson looked as good as he did in that 9.75 run, Oblique Seville run him down. He looked good. Oblique Seville look good, and Oblique Seville look strong, and Oblique Seville look like the kind of athlete who cheer other athletes on. I just hope he's not cheering from the back in this one. I hope he's gonna just run through the line, because you know that Noah Lyles get the better of Oblique Seville, but Oblique Seville have a record of beating Noah Lyles as well, and I'm sure that Noah Lyles would not want to lose at the London Diamond League, because this track and field meet means a lot to him. I believe that this means a lot to him. Zarnell Hughes is looking really, really good. Zarnell Hughes with a time of 9.81 in that previously concluded Prefontaine race. Zarnell Hughes he looked really, really good, running from behind to get pretty close to Kishane Thompson's very strong finish. And this is one thing that we must make note of. These athletes like the Letsile Tebogo and the Noah Lyles, these athletes and the Zarnell Hughes are like the premier athletes, because these athletes are running the 100 and 200. As a result, they are able to produce very, very, very strong finishes, while the 100-meter athletes like Hakeem Blake, Oblique Seville, and even Akane Simbini, they are very good out the blocks, getting out into the drive phase, but the finishing is not as strong as the 200-meter athletes. Tell me how you guys feel about this lineup. Jeremiah Azo, Hakeem Blake, Louis Incliffe, Zarnell Hughes, Noah Lyles, Oblique Seville, Akane Simbini, and Letsile Tebogo in the Diamond League London. London producing some of the very fast times, some of the fastest times ever. I'm sure it's a fun track for Noah Lyles. He PB'd last year at this track, getting to 981 for the first time, and then going on to get a 979 at the Olympic finals. Let me know what you guys think. Do you believe that this race, if Noah Lyles is able to pull off a victory, it sets him apart? But if Oblique Seville is able to pull off a victory, does it say much for Oblique Seville, or is it just another race that Noah Lyles would be using to see where he is at? Because this is Noah Lyles' first race of the season. As I said before, Noah Lyles is like a virtual known unknown. Drop your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. Great narrative, like and share, subscribe.